That's why we think f6 is best. That's why we're not worried about this.
Yeah, but that's actually then kind of nice with d4.
You have to
take,
take,
right?
you have to take.
Knight e6 or c6?
No, 96.
96.
Knight b5.
You can also just take
Knight b5 face 6. Knight b6.
Beginning at the board.
So it's getting few minutes away from the start of game 2 of the quarterfinals. And this is a match where the world champion. So please, Peter, continue the story. Something?
Yes, actually I felt like yesterday he was in very good spirits. We played a great table football match with my wife and against Gaio and Gukesh. And Gukesh was extremely impressive as a defender, and his goalie was saving everything from backward. He was striking and so on. So I feel like if he can bring the same spirit today to the game like that he showed yesterday at the table football, then he will be fighting. The only problem is he's facing Caruana, who wants to make sure that he doesn't get to show his skills. Yeah, this is the problem, and we see very similar kind of structure now. The black knight jumped to c6, so black has developed both knights, but white already has played the move f6. Now the big question: does white play knight c3 and then invites black to play f6, which is kind of the most natural move? Or is white trying to be ambitious and go for d4 break?
So the question is that is it psychological that Gukesh did not play the f6 to play symmetrical position, or is it objectively that you think knight c6 is the best move and he wants to put little pressure for white possibly not to play or not so easy to play d4? And the other question is whether maybe he wants to play not f6 but f5, let's say after d4, capturing with the pawn with the knight, takes, bishop d4, and then maybe not f6 but f5. It's absolutely Gukesh's style, I believe, that he comes out, he's very concrete. His strength, maybe, I don't know if you share my views, that his biggest strength is his calculation. What do you think about Gukesh's style? How did he start as a teenager, and where is he right now? Obviously he will grow much further, but where is he standing in his style, you think?
Well, it's very interesting because everybody keeps on talking about his brilliant calculation skills, but when I think about Gukesh, honestly I see and feel like a completely different player. And maybe it's connected that I heard a lot of stories, yeah, and this is, I think, also true, that he did not use computers until he was like 15 years old. He became like a 2600 grandmaster, level grandmaster, without using the engine, and basically that meant that he worked so much over the board. He was studying classics and everything, and I do feel that he has a great fundament in his play. And if this great fundament is combined with brilliant calculation skills, then you add these things together and you understand how he could become the youngest grandmaster, not just the youngest grandmaster back then, but also the youngest world champion. So to me, all these things add up, but now people kind of forget about his great fundamental skills. Everybody knows that he's a brilliant calculator and they keep on telling it, but deep in my mind, I still believe that he's a great strategist as well.
And what do you think, what is his chances in this game? Can he unbalance Fabiano with the black pieces?
Yeah, this
Does he have a better chance in freestyle than he would in classical?
Oh, well,
I'm asking tough questions.
yes, it's super tough. Well, I would say that it's equally difficult because we have heard the players, they are praising Fabi. Yeah, they are praising Fabi like the player who has the biggest understanding and biggest knowledge of all this freestyle chess, fish and random chess, with tons of experience. Also, whenever I talk to Fabi, then he says that, yeah, I played this training game now just before the game and so on. It just shows that he's also very interested. Yeah, every single free time he's investing to get to know new positions to play and so on. And then to exactly against this player, to be able to create chances, I don't think that the chances will come at the beginning. Yeah, he will have to find a way, a setup that he feels like, okay, this is kind of a playable stuff. And then maybe it will be also Fabi it will be on Fabi.
Slide all the way across that first rank and maybe trade along, the A file. I thought the king had to get out of the way.
We've got a result? Handshakes?
What?
What just happened? I think Fabi offered... Wait, what happened? Because you're not allowed to offer a draw until move 40.
I think Gukesh might have just resigned. That feels premature. He is worse, borderline losing, but there's still plenty of pieces left, plenty of play left.
Right.
Just being down a pawn, the fact that maybe he'd forgotten that Fabiano could castle here. Yeah. He just gave up. Although it wasn't a draw.
Well, I can see the king's placed in the middle of the board and they are opposite each other. I think this end...
How on earth?
Whoa.
Wow. Forgive us, those at home, because we're probably as confused as you are in this moment.
The reason for that confusion is because there's a rule here in freestyle chess. You're not allowed to offer a draw to your opponent until move 40 is completed, unless it's a draw by repetition. And there was none. And the game just abruptly ends in one. And what move number are we on, David?
We're only on move 18, so a draw doesn't feel likely. It might have been a misalignment of the kings. Actually, there we do see the black king on the light square in the center, so the kings aren't directly opposite each other. It was a white win. It was resigning.
Whoa.
Okay. All right, crisis averted. That makes a lot more sense. We understood to be the state of the game.
The crisis for Gukesh, right? Because never really got it going in this one. And Fabi, I mean, what a performance by him. He wins that pawn, gets his king to safety, has everything under control. And also, you see him at night. He's really enjoying. He's having a great time here. Loves to get that Avalon game in. He usually goes around during dinner recruiting players for that game night. And then comes on in Beast Farm and takes down the world champion.
That's hard.